Welcome back to From the Pages, and this time the bell rings on Wrestling 91, Winter 1991, Volume 9, Number 4, a magazine that wears its mission statement right on the cover for today's wrestling fan and immediately positions itself as both referee and instigator in a sport, tearing itself apart with ego, loyalty, and shifting power because staring out from the front are Lex Luger and Sting, once brothers in arms, now poised for civil war. The headline promising a journey from friends to foes, while the news blurbs around them fire like warning shots. Justice and Hogan bound together by a dangerous matter of trust. Bret Hart carving out single success beyond tag team shadows and a wrapping paper culture creeping into wrestling commentary itself. And before the features even ignite, the magazine grounds you with its familiar departments, the opening bell setting the tone with measured confidence, feedback pages crackling with reader arguments and appointed praise, Newsline racing through federations with Apter-era urgency, and then the fuse is lit properly with Crossfire, where PN News finds himself verbally battered as the associate editor Eddie Elner unloads heavy criticism, questioning credibility and gimmickry, while senior editor Bill Apter attempts to maintain order like a ring, general caught between two brawlers, the exchange raw, confrontational, and emblematic of a wrestling world where image and authenticity are constantly on trial. And that tension spills directly into the central question of the issue as this Hulk Hogan once again stands at a crossroads. Passing the torch in theory, but not quite in spirit, putting his trust in Sid Justice, a man whose size and ambition suggest betrayal waiting to happen. The article framing Hogan not as an invincible icon, but as a veteran gambler risking everything on one more alliance, the language heavy with foreshadowing and doubt, while elsewhere, the magazine steps back to ask a broader question in sizing up pro wrestling, examining whether the sport is truly getting bigger and better or simply bigger, tracing how improved diet, training, and conditioning have transformed wrestlers into faster, heavier, more explosive athletes, and whether that evolution enhances storytelling or buries it under spectacle. A thoughtful pause that leads straight into one of the issue's most compelling hypotheticals as head to head pits Steve Williams against Ron Simmons, two former football powerhouses who made the brutal transition to professional wrestling, four experts weighing in to analyze styles, toughness, legitimacy, and momentum, admitting the match is unlikely to happen, yet treating it with the seriousness of a main event that exists, at least in imagination, before the magazine swings hard into tag team history with a bruising feature on the Legion of Doom, still the nastiest boys around, a team arguably among the greatest ever yet, constantly battered by critics, the article portraying Hawk and Animal as men who answer words with fists, disdain with dominance, and press with punishment, followed by a sharp tonal shift as Billy Jack Haynes takes center stage in a singles profile that wrestles openly with contradiction. A man who admits wrestling and its fans saved his life from ruin, yet chooses to mock the rules and conventions of the very sport that rescued him. Wrestling 91 pressing him for answers and never quite letting him off the hook. And then Interview 91 deepens the theme of transition as Bret Hart and Bobby Eaton are examined side by side, two men in different federations shedding tag team identities, striving not only to succeed alone but to distance themselves from rule-breaking pasts. The article framing singles wrestling as both liberation and burden, skill laid bare without a partner to lean on, and all roads ultimately circle back to the emotional core of the issue as Lex Luger and Sting are revisited in full. Their relationship chronicled over 4 turbulent years, from best friends to bitter rivals, the piece positioning their impending all out war as inevitable, almost tragic. Careers revolving around one another, whether united or at each other's throats, now entering a stage defined by sheer carnage rather than camaraderie, while the departments continue to churn underneath the features. Managers forum dissecting strategy and control, scouting report evaluating talent with a cold eye, info center feeding the trivia-hungry fan, best bet and scoreboard tracking momentum, media review critiquing wrestling's portrayal beyond the ring, ratings analysis quantifying popularity and performance, and parting shot sending readers off with one final provocation. And threaded through all of it are the ads and Promotions of the era, subscriptions pitched as essential reading for the serious fan, mail order promises of tapes and merchandise, the business of wrestling humming quietly beneath the ideology, until Wrestling 91 Winter 1991 closes, having captured a moment when the sport was questioning itself. Friendships were collapsing into feuds. Heroes were testing trust and size, speed, and spectacle. Were threatening to redefine what wrestling even was. A snapshot of an industry standing on the edge of the 1990s with eyes wide open. And if you're digging these deep dives into wrestling's past, told straight from the page, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what issue you want to crack open next, because there's always another bell waiting to ring just beyond the cover.